I failed my children massively, but I now want to be there for my grandkids. The words of a man in recovery after a drug habit spanning 3 decades. Today, there's a pledge to amplify voices like his.
A human rights expert is chairing a new forum, giving people with experience of addiction a say in how treatment services and laws can be improved. Here's our chief reporter, Sharon Frew.
I have a family, I have a home, things that I never had before.
Hearing from the voices of those in recovery, including some who felt trapped in a relentless cycle.
I was addicted to crime before I was addicted to drugs. I used crime the way I used drugs as an escape.
At the age of 60 and on the opiate replacement therapy Buvidal, David is getting ready to enter residential rehab for the very first time.
I'm nervous about it, but I really need it. My partner's in there just now. She comes out and I go in the same day. I feel very privileged to be able to go into this rehab, to be given the chance with all the trouble I've caused all my life. And I've failed my children massively, but I'm lucky to still have them in my life. And I've got grandkids now. I want to be there for them. I want to become a dependable person, and that's the complete opposite of what I've been my whole life.
When Scotland's Drug Deaths Task Force was formed, there was criticism over a lack of people with lived experience around the table. Now the Scottish Government has set up what it calls a national collaborative, bringing together past and present drug users, charities and third sector organisations. Its chair insists such a forum is needed.
Power, shifting the power. Those affected by problem drugs use have for too long been the sort of casualties, the victims, those who have suffered. We might feel sympathy, empathy for them. They have the right to health care. They have the right to an adequate standard of living. They have the right to live lives of human dignity.
A separate right to recovery bill proposed by the Scottish Conservatives is currently at the consultation stage at the Scottish Parliament. The membership of this new forum will be formed in the coming weeks.
They will, develop their own work programme, their own milestones, and they will make recommendations to government, no doubt holding our feet to the fire.
At this service, they say listening and a sense of community is changing lives, but they know progress at a national level is urgently needed.
When I was in my addiction, I wasn't aware of my human rights. I wasn't aware that I had a right to say or be involved in my care and support, so I kind of just relied on other people telling me what I thought I needed.
I think when you've had addiction, you feel your voice will never be heard again, do you know what I mean? But that's just where you're going to remain. Things don't happen overnight, do they? More help can only get better, can't it?
The challenge will be to ensure views are not just confined to recovery cafes like this one, but are heard at every table where decisions are being made. Sharon Frew, STV News.